And we're back for a late stream with Henry in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So last time I managed to track down what the silver miner was doing, and then we rescued Hans after a nightmare of sneaking around. And it should just go straight into it, yeah.
You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vocala?
Vauquelin.
Vauquelin.
Vocla... would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant. En
Brabant?
que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not talented in any art or conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which odes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous battle of Arezzo.
Did you distinguish yourself in that battle?
Oui, mon cher Henri. When all seemed lost, I led a heroically desperate attack that ultimately led us to victory. For that, I was knighted. Opportunities for heroism await everywhere. One just has to seize them. What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate le roi Wenceslas.
That would be excellent. If the king were to return, the nobility would definitely support him. Sigismund would have to withdraw.
Précisément. And what is more, our names would be sung. Then I would invite the best stonemason from France and build Monsieur Chapeau a castle that even Chevalier Hanush would envy.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day, and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanush's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next, but the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk. Christ, wounds, such destruction and havoc.
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war, it's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps, several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bacalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening.
Brabant's right. The war must be won. By whatever means. Burn down 2 of Sigismund's villages for every one of ours he burned down. And a dozen for Scalise.
Exactement. And I would be all for attacking La Dalmatie. I would like to visit there sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just so knackered. I needed I think I stayed on too long last night trying to finish the sneaking around. But I'm finally managed to get out of that bloody place. This is potentially a big story though, if you're
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
I fucked everything up.
Yes you did, Hans.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Ratai that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
No sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Was he suspicious?
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's some impoverished yeoman. But he's handy in a battle, and he helped us when we needed it.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rabors. Why Rabors? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, It'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Favak? But he's the Mint Master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Picked a nice time for it, but at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on. We should send a spy. Where's Rabadosh? Not rabies. Should I go in first?
Now, if we had one of our people at that assembly, we'd get Sigismund's plans nice and fresh. Straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
My very words. And I know exactly who to send. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What?
Oh, sneaky Henry.
How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Vavak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
T'inquiète. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Who is this? Yeah.
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon. I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town.
Rosa. Oh yeah, the
She'd like
book.
to know how it went with that book.
Okay. Infiltrate the city council. Find out how to get to the city council from Mint Master Vavek. Okay, maybe we can do side quest. Is there time? Rosa's book. We can do that at least. Other horse. Less stamina, more capacity. Okay. Let's give this book. What is the book anyway? A book of humorous anecdotes. Gold decorated book in red leather. Rosa Ruthard asked me to bring her this book from the Malshov fortress. Can do. There's a man digging a hole. He's panting from the effort and covered in. Henry doesn't deal with beggars.
Stop! We need to talk.
Who? Who said that?
How are your knees? Feeling better?
Oh yes, that ointment of yours is a gift.
Apparently,
now
the
they
City
only help
Council
when there's a
is
storm
organising
coming.
another collection
Handy,
for
isn't
repairs
it?
to the
At least you know when to
fortifications.
round up the
Are they
cattle
out of
and
their
gather in
bloody
the hay.
minds? They had
Aye.
2 collections just
When
like
I'm
it
old
already.
and infirm,
And there are
folks
still
will come
holes
to
in the
me for the
walls.
weather forecast.
That's true.
I
More
heard
good
about
at
this fella who
fortifications you
always
can't
got
defend.
locked just
I'll tell
before
you.
it snowed.
No
We could
fucking
team
good
up.
at all. See,
All we need is a
I
bloke
didn't
who
say I
can't get it
wouldn't
up when it's
contribute,
going to be
but
sunny,
I'm not giving
and
them
we'll
a
be the
single
3
grosh
wise men.
until I see cut stones,
3
lime,
cripples, more
scaffolding,
like.
and 20 men working their asses off. God protect you.
Take care now.
Jeez. Okay.
Tastes like it.
No need for the armor anymore, Henry.
But he threw me out. And you were surprised.
They're still going on about this bloody fountain.
Fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
I wonder if there's something underneath. Books. I probably should have looked at this book, this map. Okay. No, there's nothing underneath the fountain. It's all further in. So I need... Oh, the light blue. Miles away. Ooh. Does Henry need a cut? Oh no.
Die besten Produkte. Ehrliche Ware. Und greift zu, Leute. Servus, Freund.
Oh wait, this is a tailor.
du, mein
Show me your...
Bohemian coat. Gallant coat.
Wie schade, mein Herr.
If anything's missing, I
I thought that was like... I guess it's shears. I was thinking it was... like scissors.
know who to go and see. I'm going to.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Come and hear something you won't believe. I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
To help King Sigismund's army to keep watch.
Oh,
So we can sleep peacefully.
Um,
Therefore decided to
other
collect
side.
food supplies from the city.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
Hello, dog. Where's my dog? I probably need to go find Mutt again. Have your book.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favorite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it? And
I knew it was going to be something naughty. Oh, did I not read it?
Actually not.
That's too bad. I think you would like
Oh,
it.
damn it. Damn it.
And perhaps even learn a thing or two.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some common ground with the author. Not in
No, I wanna go and
absolutely
read it.
everything, of course. That's just not possible. But in basic matters, I believe you'd agree. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Oh, damn it.
Me?
The King's Gambit 21:17. Oh, damn it.
And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could
Oh,
finish
she
writing
wrote
it
it.
together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers.
Wait a
Will you escort me?
second. Henry.
Pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
What? Henry can only write about a
Well,
man, can't he?
Being a man myself, a man, I suppose.
Why not? And what kind of a man is he?
You mean I have to think up a name?
You don't need to, but try to describe him so I can better imagine him. With a single word, even.
An ordinary person.
Now, there've already been enough heroes, saints, kings, and martyrs. So an ordinary person.
That's 2 words, but I'll forgive you. And do you want it to be an ordinary villain or an ordinary do-gooder?
Make him a villain. Real scum, like a murderer or a thief.
You
I'm not
seem to
sure
be
this is
quite
going
enjoying
quite-
this. What of your conscience?
You mean whether I've ever done something bad?
The lines between good and bad are fairly blurry.
I mean,
these
yeah.
days.
Like, how many
So have you
people
ever
has
done
Henry
anything
killed?
against the law?
I won't pretend to be a saint. I've already snapped a few times and have a few mishaps on my conscience.
Forsooth. So you're another little thief who steals from the rich, gives to the poor, and spins the ladies' heads around.
I'm no Robin
Your
Hood.
head around.
I don't mean
I'll
me
steal
in
from the poor,
particular.
equally.
Never mind. Back to our story. So, you proposed a murderer.
Oh,
What has driven him to this act? What was his motive?
ooh, love or revenge, or pride. It could be any. Pride.
How about pride?
Injured pride is as dangerous as human conceit is infinite. Entire libraries could be written about that. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What?
What?
And what on earth do I have to do?
Have you ever seen anyone play a flute? So sit down and pretend you're playing one.
Not
As
difficult.
you wish. But promise you won't laugh at me.
Isn't he playing a recorder?
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your
Just from
suffering
sitting
is
down.
over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward.
Okay. Read. Wedding toast. Unfortunately, I don't know the bride, so I can't congratulate her groom. And knowing the groom too well, neither can I congratulate the bride. What? On innocence. A young man tenderly embraces his beloved and asks, "Am I your first lover by any chance?" "Could be," she replies. "I thought I'd seen you somewhere before." Oh, Jesus. Thinking is not knowing. A certain Gothenburg gentleman once visited an old charlatan and wanted to know his fate. The charlatan examined his palm carefully and said to him, "I see you are the father of 2 children. You are mistaken," he shook his head. "I am the father of 3 children. "It is you who are mistaken," smiles the charlatan. What? Repent Adam's gender? Gender? Avon. Okay. The Black-Eyed Girl. Once upon a time there was a... Where's the one that Henry's done? Oh, look at him. Oh, thought of marrying her.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
It's nice. It reminds me of the fairy tales I heard as a child. Some scared me so much I nearly crawled under the table. But that's just the way fairy tales are.
My dearly departed mother used to say that the Twilight Witch would carry me off if I misbehaved. And it seems father still wishes she would at times. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. It looks like the
Pretty,
style.
really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, So did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
Of course you
No
would,
beating
Henry.
around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Hunting trophies? What can I learn from
teach
you?
me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee.
Jeez.
What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like?
Jesus. I ain't got that
Maybe
kind of
another
money.
time.
Okay. Oh, the funny music started. Wait, I'm in a bedroom alone. Quick, get out of here before I get caught. What? Excuse me? Oh no. Oh, very hard. God damn it, Henry.
How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out.
I didn't say I wouldn't contribute, but I'm...
Should I do this side quest or not? I mean, it's for Catherine. I'll continue with the main story for now. It's not even a door.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you two.
Stars shine in the sky. There I saw some...
Oh, did I get anything? Oh, scholarship. Fundamentals of theology. You will be able to pray at shrines. Okay. Fundamentals of medicine. Bandages will be more. As you remain still, your energy will reduce more slowly. You will improve faster in the skills of survival. Okay, we need that because apparently, if you max craftsmanship, you can unlock where is it? Martin's secret. You can make even better weapons. Which is 16 and I'm at 13. Is there a blacksmith near here? Do that later. Keep pressing N. Second building.
I'm sorry. I wasn't...
I'm going to see the Mint Master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
You have to blackmail him.
I have an appointment with him.
All right. Go ahead then.
Was that it?
Don't waste too much of his time.
Who are you? You learned locksmiths. What does that mean? Even though dating back to ancient times, locksmith and a separate craft came in 1390 to 1408. Okay. It's still too difficult. Oh, hello, Mutt. Welcome back. Do you want some?
Here you go.
Oh, I need food. That's probably why you left. The mint master in here? No.
Damnation.
Oops. I could hear someone. It rushed me. Woodsman journey. A skill on survival in the wilderness. Might as well take it. Where the hell is he? I can hear him. Maybe he's upstairs. Oh no, he's down. Why was it showing up then? Excuse me. God, he won't talk to me because he's got his food.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The Assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
I'd like to see the king.
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you'd better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Business.
And how about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship?
Are you trying to annoy me? You might have dug up some dirt on me, but
Oh.
I'll get you into the assembly.
All right.
Get into the counties, roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
Okay.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German
Tin
alehouse,
Hen?
the Iron Eagle. That is zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Okay. Time to go sneak into a council meeting. How do I get out of here? It's a maze. Oh, of course. In here. Oh no, someone's looking for me. Because I stole that book. Okay, gotta go to this German. Obtain the king's waiter's clothes.
Good to see you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Come and take your pick.
What's the difference? Obtain the king's waiter's certificate. Okay, let's get the certificate first.
Honey pies. Pies like no other.
I nearly left my fingers on them.
Greetings. I'd like to...
Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry.
Your replacement.
I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
I can do a better job.
But the thing is, that job is just my thing. And a fella could easily disgrace himself in front of the king. Do you feel up to it?
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I have important news for the king.
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right then.
Spy
To
tale.
begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you?
No.
Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Can I tell different ones apart? Yeah.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Okay. Report for duty. Is that it?
The softest linen canvas. Come and buy the finest canvas.
Shoes here. Shoe repair.
Onions,
Repair while you wait.
garlic.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Bloody swine. Serves you right.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He's sick.
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right. At least you're here. We can't be without a waiter here when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You know a good waiter by his properly seated cap, and you don't have one at all. Without a tunic, you're no royal waiter, just a common alehouse boy.
Okay.
And have you forgotten your hose? I can't let you into the chamber without them. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables.
Fair point.
The royal waiter's livery has strict rules. So get changed quick and come back on time.
Okay. Take off the torch. Okay, armor. Royal waiter's hat. Royal waiter's coat. Legs. The hose of a royal waiter. Work boots, maybe. Oh, my charisma goes right down. That's going to be a problem.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you then. You've got a waiter's cap.
Yep.
A tunic you have.
Yep.
Hose are good.
Yep.
It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an
Nope.
inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Takaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches
Who did
an
he say?
end.
I wasn't
We
paying
can't
attention.
allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right.
Sir
Adam
Adam.
of Zarjit stays
Okay.
dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Don't give anyone the wrong drink.
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more important in
Good
general,
point.
a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm a waiter after all, not some street gossip monger.
Correct.
Jeez.
And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
I know everything I need to.
I hope
I
so.
can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here.
I've probably forgotten
It's
everything.
easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Gothenburg City Council, morning. Oh, God.
There are the pictures of wine. Hopefully I won't
Our
splash
current
anyone's
Waffen
shoes.
arsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was
Serve. Okay. Wine pitchers are set out by say.
Hey, waiter, pour me
Should
some
the
Tokai.
town reserve have worse weapons than any
I
Räuber
apologise,
in the
sir.
domain?
Which
What
one?
are you getting
Tokai.
at, Eldris?
White.
Are
White.
you saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing? That
What the hell?
Hakenbücher? Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a gun...
I think it's bugs.
The city reserves are in urgent need of
There
new
are the
weapons.
pictures of wine.
Our
Hopefully I
current
won't splash
Waffen
anyone's
arsenal
shoes.
is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should
You
the
there,
town
lad,
reserve have
a
worse
cup of
weapons
red,
than any
and don't
Räuber
you
in the
skip
domain?
on me.
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That
I
Hakenbücher.
apologize.
Come now, waiter.
Hand
I wanted
cannon.
red.
Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All
Sir?
I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine
Thank you,
Schande when
waiter.
outlaws have better weapons than
Oh, I
the
thought that was
city
Adam
guards.
then for a sec.
And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize.
I'd like
what
some monastery wine.
Schwierigkeiten
Refill my
this
cup,
is.
boy.
The Dry Devil is running
I
free.
apologise, sir.
There are Raubritter
Which one?
everywhere in the region. We have the
Oh,
army
wait.
bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a.
Damn it. He was the guy I wasn't supposed to. Though, do I care if he gets
Reserves
drunk?
Are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it.
Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any räuber in the
You there,
domain?
lad.
What are
a
you
cup of
getting
red.
at,
And
Eldris?
don't you skimp on
I'm
me.
saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand
What?
cannon. Can you believe it?
Oh yeah, the hand cannon.
Where did they get them?
Thank you, waiter.
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this
Oh, it's
too.
Ulrich.
What is it,
I
Eldris?
fancy some
You
Tokai.
smell a deal?
Refill,
What
boy.
I smell is
That's
that your
not a good
stubborn
idea, sir.
heads
This
do
is
not realize
unbelievable.
what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the
Oh, the
army
king isn't even
bearing
here yet, is
down,
he?
And you want to defend yourselves with a few
Hey,
rusty
waiter,
halberds.
pour me some
And who
monastery
is
wine.
it you want to fight?
I
Exactly.
apologize, sir.
The merciful
Which wine?
King
Monastery
Sigismund is
red.
providing us with protection,
Monastery red.
isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment.
Good,
What
sir.
if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop
Well,
the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory, and the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
Oh yeah,
We can
Oathbreaker.
always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city
Nice. Good
and
clean
the state of
baths.
the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same thing?
That's the joke.
I fancy
So
some
the
Tokai.
cleanliness of the
Refill,
city is
boy.
not what it should
That's
be.
not a good idea,
The
sir.
current
This
baths
is
in the city
unbelievable.
fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink.
Is everything all right?
Repair the bats that used to be there.
Nothing
She's
to do
a
about it.
protege of
Come
Marek.
closer.
Her efforts are commendable.
I need something from you. There is
What?
an item in my study that I confiscated from
A
a
female thief.
She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house
Ulrich.
and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The
Stolen
Black
cup.
Death had nothing to do with the bath. Unless the Lord wishes to punish the
silver might
wickedness
this be?
that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important.
So, did you find it?
Arguing about who is going
I
to
did,
get where in
Master
town
Bailiff.
is a waste of time.
Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it.
I feel like I'm the one that stole it.
I'm as hungry
We
as
wouldn't
a
have to
wolf.
keep coming back to it.
A trifle. Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nars's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual.
That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage.
Hey, waiter!
Ulrich,
Pour me some
what have you got to
monastery
say about
wine.
it?
Me? Well,
I apologise,
I'm not
sir.
sure what you're
Which
implying.
Monastery
I'm speaking
red.
about the Routard incident.
Does he? When they say monastery, they just mean red in general.
That. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My
Yes,
ears
sir.
must be deceiving me. Are you defending Routard?
Well,
besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard,
Hello?
then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like
And a full
Routard,
cup.
true, but in
I
this case
apologise,
it
sir.
really was nothing.
Which wine?
Are
Everyone
you
in the city
colorblind?
gossiped about it.
White.
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Routard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough
Sir?
not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
Thank you,
That's
waiter.
true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell
Hey,
us.
waiter.
If
Pour me
nothing
some
happened,
Takai.
there's no point in
What the
dwelling
hell's
on it.
Takai?
I
Let's
apologise,
move
sir.
on.
I'm sorry,
Which one?
Andreas, but
Takai.
I wouldn't brush it off so quickly.
Takai, okay.
Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Good, sir.
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything
Well,
like
thank
that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened, hmm?
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Routard and I had a
Oh,
little
yeah.
disagreement.
A little
He ended
disagreement.
it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved.
Oh no.
I didn't want to expose the girl to any
Don't bring the daughter in.
So Routard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
Ooh.
All right. If you really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels.
Tradition of duels.
It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the
Waiter,
gentleman from the
get me
city's
white.
sword fighting school brought this custom to us. That German, Menhard, is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be
Sir?
ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in
Don't
a fight
hang around
yourself.
me. Vanish.
A swordsmaster without a shred of proof.
He's so
We're
scared.
not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven
I'm
offences
sorry.
are punished by the
I wasn't
bailiff.
paying attention.
And that's
Everything
that.
in order?
Not
There
quite.
are more pressing
But I
matters to
think you
deal
might be
with.
able to help me.
More
Come
pressing
here.
than the open...
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel.
Oh
I
god.
took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while,
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the
What-
mule
what the
have
hell?
wings.
But
How many?
Because I'm bored, and because I told
What a
you.
prick.
Get on with it.
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer,
This is the
we'd be out
chapel.
of customers.
Ah, the hell with it. We'll never get
that was
anywhere
easy
like
enough.
this.
And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
What? But counting the winged figures. God. 1, 2. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I've lost count. Okay. So this wall there is none. This wall is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Is it just 10? Yes, we'll see.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
What the hell? Jeez. How did I not get that?
And you counted correct. Good. Here you are, so you can have a bit of fun in the evening too, eh?
I need something to eat. A dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city.
I'll have a cup
Why
of
can't we
wine.
build faster?
A nice big
Hire
one.
more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's
You,
something
lad.
other than the welfare of
You
the
look
city
familiar
behind your
to me.
complaints.
Oh,
Have
you
we
do?
met?
Do you?
Well, naturally.
And what would that be?
Haven't every day.
For
Really?
instance, that you'd like
Then
to
you
have
must
your
have
own
decent
altar.
wages
Oh,
to be able to
yes.
So what
visit
if
the
I
best
would-
tavern in town
Hold your
regularly.
horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, my friend, your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha!
Fight.
I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Waiter,
Well,
pour me
I
red
hope
wine.
you're not supplying equipment
Red
to the
wine.
army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Hopbrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Sir? Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from
Good.
the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out.
This is a really long
Not
quest.
long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
You there, lad. A cup of red. And don't you skimp on me.
This is the guy from the beginning.
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
Oh no, here's the king.
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Finally, the king. Oh my god. Wait. Don't look at them, Henry. They're gonna realize it. Oh, maybe they won't. He's just right in the middle. Oh. Wine. Come on, don't lose it now, Henry.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
I think he does have something to fear.
A flag this banner falls!
Oof. At that time, oh no. Someone's doing something, can't they? Oh no, this is where Hans went. Right, I forgot. God, that was an hour. Oh, this is the opposite. This is King Ritual's... What's his face?
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
So much talking.
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used...
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
Interesting.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Hey, where's that beer?
Get to know the rabbi and his escort. Mr. Rabbi.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Or maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith.
Oh, he knew
by the name
Martin.
of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
What?
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own. On the
What kind of
orders
brothers
the Lord
then?
of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Okay. Meet Valorant. Oh, the French guy. There he is.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, hein?
Manero.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
Really?
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Yeah, I have been. Well, he has been.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
We fought in Kosovo. I remember that.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways. You say you're a poet. How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am
That's a
operating,
good
as
point.
they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke
Yeah,
briefly
which one?
with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Jeez. Oh, so incoming shout.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this.
Nowhere indeed.
Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well,
They're never going to get anywhere.
just as expected. Good health, and to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Jeez.
As it happens, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
Huge new army?
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
He does have a very interesting way of speaking.
Got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Oh, Adler. Adler's familiar. Who's Adler?
Alder the Alderman.
Older, oh, yeah.
Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg.
Oh.
So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Fair enough.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of
a male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade, and she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Jeez.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
I probably shouldn't drink.
To our plans.
He is an alcoholic. Okay.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Want to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got
Jeez.
nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
Christopher? Is that his brother?
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh, God.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs
Jeez.
a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Must not kill him. Must not kill him.
We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Oh, he doesn't have Master Strike.
You're fast.
Yes.
What's wrong with your legs? Stand firm. Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse. Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through.
Not bad for a priest.
He's more than a priest.
I don't know which end of that
They
thing
teach
is
you that
up.
in the seminary?
Arm lower.
Jeez.
Look in my eyes, not at my sword.
He's giving her a lesson.
That was sneaky.
It was sneaky. Ow.
Not bad for a priest.
Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist.
Am I going to kill him?
Sacre! You're fast.
Come on, give up.
Hey, who
Who
taught
taught
you
you that? Come on, give up.
Enough. That will do.
Jeez.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you
Yeah, I know.
sword fighting in a school.
I think this must be his like younger brother.
I was in a war, right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied.
Well, imagine not meeting
The
each
sooner you
other ever
realize
before.
that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And still no luck.
Not
That'd
at
be
all.
nice.
I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Exactly.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both
Go have a
pretty small
wash.
players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Well, that was a nice bit of family time. Okay, who's next? Get support from... Why is... I skip. Despite all the gossip about her husband's untimely death, she maintains a reputation of a clever woman in her own right. Ooh. Is there a bucket of water? Oh. He's like magically clean.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, it's the dry devil. Where's the lady? She's definitely a white widow. Let's talk to her first.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your
The eyes
diplomatic
can go a
support
bit funny sometimes.
and your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that.
They're like
What do
glowing.
you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
What do you mean? Oh, of course. She's like his opposite, I guess. He's like spying.
How do you know Liechtenstein is behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine.
And beneficial
And
deals.
beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Your wealth needs protection. You've got money, but you're wise as well. Why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the rest? You've got money, but you're wise as well.
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you...
God, she looks like a
you must give me a good reason.
ghost or something.
Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that
Uh-oh.
shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Haman Alder.
Oh, God.
Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
No questions asked.
Right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the
Jeez.
shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
What does it say? There's a quest. Forged documents about... Forged documents cover up the questionable dealings of Lady Anna. Okay. Fair enough. She's rich, you know, pays for it.
Take a look at that.
Are they outside? Was that the groom just then? Where's the saddlebags?
Huh?
Huh?
What brings you here? Don't you want to leave already?
Sure. Real documents. Oh, I can't read them. That's a shame. Where are we? Okay, why does she not show up?
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain.
Oh god, he's gonna get drunk.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Okay, and then N is down. Christopher Oderin.
I'll be right with you.
Margrave Yost. He down in the servants area.
Exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Boss check.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Jobst comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
Exactly.
I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men at arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Other people will...
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well, let's see about it then.
I wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it, candidly. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece.
Yitka.
If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
God, who the hell am I gonna... Who the hell? You can't say him. Lord Capon is probably too important. So we'll say Liechtenstein.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a
fair
pawn
enough.
to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord
How
Capon?
about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
Maybe you're right. I reckon he's not ready for marriage yet.
No man of any age ever is. But it's especially true for young rascals like that one. On the other hand, the Lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So you'll support it?
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Okay. Oh wait, I've got to convince Hanush. He was downstairs from what I remember. Where is Capon?
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Lord Capon is going to get married.
I've gained us a powerful
Let's do the good
ally.
news first.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
There was a catch.
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him. I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I don't believe it.
God, he's good. He's
So,
glad.
Young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Nice.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it.
Yeah.
Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself.
Jeez.
But let's drink to it, shall we?
Nice one. Oh. Come on.
Cheers
One
to
more
you
can't hurt.
And to your parlaying skills.
Okay, get support. Okay. Just need to go back to him now. Wait, he's gone. No, he's not.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Oh, one more.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Capon.
Here's to
I'm gonna regret this. He's gonna make a fool of himself in front of his father. He's not quite drunk yet.
What now?
Conrad. Hey, Hans.
I've got some good news.
The bad news is there's hardly any females
Oh,
in this whole
well.
damn place. There's
That's
someone
not gonna be a problem
standing
for
next
you
to two
anymore.
young Girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen. So at least tell me the good news.
Never mind.
At least the wife. Cheers.
No more drink.
I'd better.
What can? Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to whisper.
Here we go.
Gentlemen, I I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Yes.
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
Don't we have another drink?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. Yeah. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
Nice.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon.
I can't wait for his reaction. Oh no, he's getting claustrophobic again.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Oh, he really does not like that news. Meanwhile, this one's been a lot of talking.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter. From right under your nose.
Oh, he's gonna like burn it down or something,
Why
isn't he?
haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein. To do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric.
Oh,
He'll take care
God.
of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly.
Jeez.
And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not
Chicken
any
shits.
better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy.
What do you mean don't go anywhere?
Be so kind and remain here.
Oh, God.
Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
He's gonna get recognized,
Between
isn't
the
he?
two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And
Wait, what did it serve the king?
candidly,
Bit longer without food,
we have had
and I'll
enough
really start to be
towards
grumpy.
flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know.
Yeah, it's a great game.
To us several times that it is time to
A lot of
strike.
talking though. I think I'm only
We are glad
like
he's not
maybe
here.
2/3 of the way through.
He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as
Oh.
if we were infirm.
What does he want?
Pour us a monastic wine.
Wine, okay.
We have concerns.
Don't look at him.
Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon, and we are no closer to our
Did you
goal now than
try Avowed?
Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
Odorin.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of it.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobs
Yes, sire.
is hungry as a wolf. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a
Viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health.
Oh. Is he going to make me pour wine for him?
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Why can't I bow? Okay.
You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Your health, Your Majesty.
Can I go now?
First, we need to crack down on the biggest
God.
troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the council was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rapport.
What?
Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together.
What are they doing
Once
to
we get
Ruthard?
Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly. If Rapport falls,
I feel like I'm going to have to pour.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
if need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't.
I need
rely
something
on
to
it
eat.
forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall, those sycophants would only benefit from.
Oh,
warming
for that, like, stubby cannon they had.
But it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that
Does
you
he
shall
know
have
who I
something
am?
to tell your children
Or
and
who Henry
grandchildren?
is? I can't.
No, sire. It would be inappropriate for me to drink with you. I apologize.
As you wish. To your health, Marquardt. And to our upcoming
Are
victory.
you going to figure it out? Oh. Oh no, this is not going to go well, is it? They're going to attack it. Oh no, I keep getting mixed up with the names. Jeez. Though I think that's probably a good place to call it for now. Bit short, but most of it was talking. I don't think I did anything but talk. And not me, just Henry. Or, what's his name? Goodwin. Yeah, it's a great game though. Maybe I should start wearing some of this stuff. This is probably not better though.